Hey everybody, today we're going to be making this cute little Easter basket. To do that we're going to need a piece of paper that is 4 inches by 12 inches, and I do have a way that I want my paper to go. So what I'm going to do is place the bottom of my paper, which is the long edge, so a 12-inch side. We're going to place the bottom of it along the left hand side of the scoreboard, and we're going to score it at 1.5 inches. Then we're going to place that bottom edge along the top of our scoreboard, and we are only going to make these score lines to the score line that we just made. So those lines are going to be 2 3/4, so we'll start there and we'll just stop at the score line we made in the beginning. 5 1/2, stop there. 8 1/4, and then 11 inches. And that's all the scoring we have to do. Now, in addition to the piece that is 4 by 12 to make the basket, I have a strip that is 3/4 inch by 9 inches. This is the handle, and I have 2 pieces that are 1/2 inch wide, and these are both 12 inches, and this is going to be the trim for the top and the bottom, just like I did here. I know the lighting is not very good right now. I'm in my new workshop, and I do not have any kind of window coverings on the window on this side of the building. So I'm going to have to do that. I really enjoy the sunlight, but for making videos, it just does not work out very well. Alright, so there was a little piece on the corner over here that we had. I cut that out. We don't need that. And then all we're going to do is on these score lines, which that wasn't a very good... You don't need to notch a whole lot out, and you don't even have to really notch it out, period. You can always just cut up on the score lines. This just makes folding it in a little easier. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now what we're going to do is take some adhesive, we'll flip it over here, and we're going to put some adhesive on the right side of the paper on this little flap. This is what's going to bring everything together. And then once we do that, this is going to be the back side. So we'll put adhesive on these other 3 here in just a minute. Let's take the backing off the adhesive. We'll just fold over and we'll match up the top of our paper to where we scored right there. Alright, so this is the back. So this is going to go in and just fold down just like that. These other 3 flaps, I'm just going to kind of pull out for just a second so I can get adhesive on those. Paper the other day, and I really wanted to use it. So, alright, so we're going to fold in the sides first, so let's do that. So this side's going to go in like this. And we'll fold this side in. And I did not crease my score lines before I folded this over, so that's making it a little more difficult. So make sure you give your score lines a pretty good crease before you fold it over. Alright, and then our front of the basket, we'll just lay down like that. Once again, if it was burnished a little better. Okay, so there's your cute little basket. Then what we'll do is take our strips for our borders, and this is just a double-sided colored cardstock, so it doesn't really matter what side I put my adhesive on. Alright. So all kinds of different things, and they're perfect size. So this one, actually, I put one of the big plastic eggs and 2 of the smaller eggs. This one is a slightly larger. This paper here was the 4 1/4 by 11, so it was a half sheet of 8 1/2 by 11. So we used a slightly larger piece of paper on this one. So that's why, if you look at it closely, you're going to be able to tell there's a little bit of difference. Okay, so this is going to be our handle, and what we're going to do is take our corner rounder and round these corners so that our handle is rounded, just like that. Take our hole punch. This hole punch is like, I don't even know, like 1/8 of an inch or something like that. It's not your regular office hole punch, it's smaller. I just need a hole small enough or big enough for me to get my brad through, because that's what I'm going to attach the handle with. So I'm going on either side of the basket, punching a hole. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these fasteners that you can get anywhere. These are just your regular paper fasteners. They're not special craft ones or anything. And I'm going to go ahead and attach the handle with this brad. Now, you can leave it like this, or what I will probably do, and I don't have any prepared and ready right now, but I will probably either use one of my pre-purchased paper flowers, or I'll make some paper flowers on the Cricut or something, and I will glue something onto these brads so that they're covered up. It looks okay. The gold looks alright, but it would probably look a little bit better if it was covered up. Okay, so there's our cute little handle, our basket, and then have some Easter grass. This stuff gets absolutely everywhere. So I'll just try to pull. When I bought it from the store the other day, I transferred it from that bag to like a big zipper gallon bag. So I just kind of try to roll it up, and then I'm going to put it in there. Just like that. Like I said, you know, I'm going to have Easter grass everywhere. Okay. Then we'll grab a couple of eggs. Get a pink one, and I think this is probably going to hold about the same amount as far as like the other one. Get a pink one, and we'll take maybe a green one. There's so much green. Maybe not green. Maybe peach. That's cute. And then how about a yellow? That's pretty. Alright, so in this little basket, you could put some little treats in there. You could, there's enough room if you had some, you know, like a chocolate bunny or something like that, you could throw him in there. So there's plenty of room, and you could fill it, the bottom you could fill with things if you wanted to take up some room there instead of using so much Easter grass. But anyways, that's the paper basket for today. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you next time. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I finished this out as far as covering these brads. I used this flower punch from Stampin' Up. I don't know what it's called. It's like Petite Petals or something like that. But anyways, I punched out, I got some pink cardstock. I punched out a couple with the punch. I went to my stash and got some cute little rhinestones. And I use hot glue whenever I do this, just to make sure that it stays. So I hot glued the rhinestone to the paper, and then I hot glued the paper flower to the brad. And as you can tell, it's very cute. So I did that on both sides. And then on this one, I used a green flower, and I used a little pearl embellishment. So, you know, you can mix it up, you can do whatever you want, but that's just some cute way to finish them out. See you next time.